Energy is a complex and dynamic sector. Mistakes can be costly, not only financially, but even in human lives. That's why we have comprehensive and robust systems in place. And while these are effective, the vast majority of the time, it's the human element that also defines a good operator. Otherwise, we would just automate everything. But how can we measure whether we've done a good job at developing this in operators, other than just gut feel? That's where organisational psychology and neuroscience come into play. To explain more, here's organisational psychologist, Professor Mark Wiggins.
The human element we're talking about is called situational assessment. That's the ability to observe a situation and to take meaning from what we're looking at. Our research shows that the difference between an inexperienced operator and an experienced one is how they use the cues in front of them to quickly and accurately assess what's going on and what actions are required. This all takes place non-consciously, so it's difficult to measure using conventional techniques. Not only that, different operators may use different cues to get the same end result, and that's where things become even more complicated. To solve these problems, we developed a model called RAPID, which stands for Recognition, Association, Prioritisation, Identification and Discrimination, and built a tool called Expertise 2.0, which incorporates all of these elements. Now, you might think it's impossible to assess people's situational assessment skill accurately, since everyone's different. Well, you'd be half right, in that there's no point in assessing individuals against some arbitrary standard. We've solved this problem by building a large database of what we call norms, which allows us to benchmark operators against others of a similar experience and therefore provide individualised, actionable results. You can think of Expertise 2.0 as being like a comprehensive health check, where we assess a range of responses under different circumstances. We need to do this because it means that we can identify more precisely where there might be problems and then recommend more cost-effective and strategic interventions. Expertise 2.0 can be used for a range of purposes, from personnel selection to annual reviews and to assess the outcomes of training or the transition to new technologies. It records the operator's name for easy identification, and reports can be generated with the click of a button. It takes about 20 to 30 minutes to complete an assessment, and since the tasks are performance-based and draw on banks of scenarios, it can be completed on multiple occasions to measure progress.
To learn more about Expertise 2.0, read the research papers behind the methodology, or find out how Thomson Bridge can help you begin to deploy it with your personnel so that you can focus your training and reduce weak spots, visit thomsonbridge.com/expertise or call 1300 15 66 85.